All right, let's dive right in. You know, that stack of articles you've got on building better habits.
Oh, yeah.
And that copy of Atomic Habits you've been meaning to read.
Sitting on my shelf, staring at me.
Well, think of this deep dive as our way to actually use those brilliant insights to really level up our lives.
Love it. Let's do it.
Now, James Clear, the author, he doesn't just dish out advice in Atomic Habits.
Right.
He starts with a pretty powerful story about himself.
Oh, right, yeah.
Imagine this. A horrific accident in high school. He ends up with a fractured skull, having to fight just to regain basic functions.
Wow.
It's incredible how he used that experience to fuel his whole philosophy.
Yeah, he couldn't exactly focus on big leaps forward at that point, right?
Exactly. Had to rebuild his life brick by brick, you could say.
Habit by tiny habit.
And the amazing thing is, it worked. He didn't just recover.
Right.
He thrived, became an all-American athlete,
Really?
and a successful entrepreneur.
That's wild.
It's kind of captivating, right? This idea that tiny changes lead to remarkable results.
It's a powerful concept.
Mm.
And he calls it, what is it, the aggregation of marginal gains.
Yes. And it's not just for, athletes bouncing back from setbacks or anything. It's for anyone, any area of life.
Absolutely. Think about it. Those small improvements we make day after day,
Yeah.
they're not just disappearing.
Right.
They compound like interest building on each other.
Almost like a secret weapon against procrastination, isn't it?
How so?
You don't need this huge burst of motivation.
Right.
You just need those tiny wins consistently.
And that's where his idea of the plateau of latent potential comes in.
Okay.
That one really resonated with me. It's this idea that our efforts might seem invisible for a while.
Like you're putting in the work, but
the needle's not moving.
yeah.
But it's not that our work is wasted. It's like that analogy.
The ice cube.
Yes.
Yeah.
You heat it up. Seems like nothing's happening.
And then bam, melts.
Exactly. Our actions are building up that potential, and then we hit that point.
That tipping point.
And the results, they become undeniable. It's powerful.
So we're not just like passively waiting for that ice cube to melt, are we?
Right.
Clear gives us tools, right, to actually make those changes happen.
He does. That's where his 4 laws of behavior change come in.
Ooh, I love a good framework.
Me too.
It's like a roadmap for habit building.
Exactly. And that first law, make it obvious. It's huge
Okay.
because we can't change what we don't even notice. Right?
That's true. So true.
He talks about creating a habit scorecard.
Okay, hold on. Scorecard makes it sound very...
I know, but bear with me. It's simpler than it sounds.
All right. You've got my attention.
It's all about awareness. You literally just list out your daily habits from the moment you wake up to the moment your head hits the pillow.
Oh, gosh, that's a long list.
It can be, but no judgment here. Just like honest observation of your autopilot mode.
I have a feeling just that exercise alone would be eye-opening for a lot of us.
You think?
Yeah.
I mean, picture this.
Yeah.
Clear talks about this technique that's used by Japanese train conductors.
What? Okay.
They point and call out things as they do their safety checks.
Wait, really? Out loud?
Yep. Seems a little much, maybe, but the act of actually verbalizing.
It reinforces that conscious awareness.
So, like, if I'm about to grab that afternoon cookie,
Right.
I got to be like, I am choosing to eat this cookie now.
You could, or maybe not out loud, necessarily. The key is bring those automatic behaviors into the light.
Awareness.
Awareness. Step 1.
Okay, so we've made it obvious. What's next? On our habit-building roadmap.
Law number 2, make it attractive.
Ooh, okay.
And this one taps into how our social circles shape us.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
You're way more likely to stick with a workout routine
If you've got buddies sweating alongside you.
Exactly. Misery loves company, or, fitness loves company.
There you go. That feeling of belonging, being part of a group that values what you're trying to build, it's powerful.
So important to surround yourself with the right people.
Essential. Who lift you up, inspire you. Okay, so we're being obvious. We've got our cheer squad. What's next?
Make it easy.
Yeah.
Law number 3. This is about friction.
Friction.
Yeah, like the easier a habit is to do, the more likely it'll stick.
Makes sense. But how do we actually, put that into action?
Think about your environment. Clear uses this example, these Japanese manufacturers.
Okay.
They redesigned their whole workspace to minimize wasted movement.
Wow.
Every tool was placed for maximum efficiency.
Intense.
Right. And the result was, not only were workers more efficient,
Yeah.
the products themselves became more reliable.
See, that's what I love. It's like, it's not just about our willpower or whatever. It's about design.
Totally. So Put that bowl of fruit on the counter where you can't miss it.
No, I like that.
Lay out your workout clothes the night before. Make those healthy choices the easiest ones available.
It's like you're setting yourself up for success.
Exactly.
Okay, 3 down, 1 to go. This is where it feels like rubber meets the road.
It does. Make it satisfying. The 4th law. And it's a big one. Because it tackles our brain's love affair with instant gratification.
This is where I struggle, honestly.
Oh, tell me about it.
That instant reward, so much more appealing than some, like, future payoff.
Our brains are wired that way, it's true.
It's rough out here.
But Clear gives us a way to kind of like hack the system.
Okay, I'm listening.
It's called habit tracking, making those small wins feel huge.
See, I've tried habit trackers, but they feel like just another thing to do.
I hear you. The key is finding one that works for you. Doesn't have to be fancy. Could be as simple as marking an X on a calendar.
That's it.
Sometimes. Even that tiny visual reminder
Right.
can be a surprising motivator.
I do love a good visual.
It plays into that need for immediate gratification, right?
Yeah.
Each check mark, each tiny win,
Yeah.
it triggers that feeling of, I did it.
Keeps you going.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got these 4 laws, the foundation,
The building blocks.
but Clear doesn't stop there. He's got more, right?
Oh, yeah. This is where we really start to, like, optimize.
Let's do it. Hit me with your favorite
One word. Habit shaping.
habit. Shaping. Okay.
This is where you start small. Ridiculously small.
To overcome that, like dot resistance?
Exactly. Clear calls it the 2-minute rule.
2 minutes. Okay.
Break AOY goal down into a 2-minute version. So not write a chapter. It's write one sentence. Not meditate for 20 minutes. It's just SET, breathe for 2 minutes.
You're tricking your brain.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But you're taking abdication. And often, that's all it takes to get going.
Momentum.
There it is. You start seeing yourself as someone who does the thing.
It snowballs.
It totally does. But even with the best strategies,
Yeah.
we need a little help sometimes, you know?
Oh, 100%. Accountability.
There it is.
Eh.
Claremy talks about having someone, something to keep us on track.
So important.
He tells this story, this NFL coach,
Okay.
had a habit contract with his wife.
Now we're talking. I love a good contract. What were the stakes?
If he missed a workout
Yeah.
or had one too many, not so healthy snacks,
Uh-oh.
he had to wear an Alabama hat all season. He was a diehard Auburn fan.
Okay. No way. That's brutal. But also genius.
Right. Talk about motivation.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but it shows you how powerful it can be. Even if it's just a friend checking in.
Exactly. It doesn't have to be extreme. It just has to matter to you. Okay, so we've got the tools to build any habit.
Right. But how do we choose the right ones?
The million-dollar question.
For real. The ones that'll actually make a difference.
Well, Clear talks about finding your zone of genius.
Zone of genius. Okay.
Those areas where you naturally excel, where your strengths and your interests, they line up.
Ooh, I like that. It's like that saying, work hard at what you love because you'll be doing a lot of it.
Yes. It's not that those things will be easy necessarily, but
yeah.
they'll feel more rewarding. You'll be more likely to push through the tough stuff, Achieve mastery.
As we wrap up here, this deep dive into atomic habits, what's your biggest takeaway for our listeners? What do you want them to remember?
It's that power of small changes. It's easy to get overwhelmed by these huge goals.
The best things come in small packages, right? Atomic packages, you could say.
Exactly. Those tiny 1% improvements.
Yeah.
Done consistently, they add up to extraordinary things. So pick one small habit you want to build, apply those 4 laws, and watch those atomic changes transform your life.
Love it. It's been fantastic exploring this with you. I don't know about you, but I am feeling very inspired to up my habit game. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into atomic habits.